The farther we go into this tournament, the more the marbles themselves are adapting and taking in some of this metal aesthetic. I've seen a lot more teams wearing post-apocalyptic gear. I took a ride on the Ferris wheel. I really should have checked the spelling of that first. It was not very comfortable. Well, there you see the eliminated teams. Here are the ones that are left, and you can see the order in which they will run. In Event 4, 4 rounds on offer. 20 teams remain. The Limers won the last time out, which means across the 4 rounds of Event 3, they cumulatively scored the most points. That means they will start from the priority lane today. Limers will be leading off with Sublime, separated from the rest, and with each event in this tournament, more and more space between that priority lane and the rest of the pack, and down they come. Limers do get a good getaway, but then get caught on that cone. They funnel underneath those triggers. Ooh, the ball bearings have launched, and now they work their way down the course. Here comes the crazy chevron, but it does not spin for too long. I think there was a marble caught over there. That might have been Indy from Indigo Stars. Sitting on the trigger. It'll depend on if anybody else managed to trip that one or if that marble is still stuck. Here goes the fidget spinner. And the belt carousel off center, but driving marbles upward. This course really sets them up for impacts. Of course, if you're new to the Iron Marble Tournament, every event we get a new lineup of obstacles in this course. Here comes that big ball bearing. It misses on the magnet and comes rolling back down. That actually will help some of the teams. Oh, and right in the center of your screen, that is a DNF. Because I don't think there's any marble behind that is going to save the Thunderbolts. Well, there you see Flare from the Solar Flares. There is Thunder, caught right in the center of that snowplow. And Indy from the Indigo Stars, nobody did set off that trigger. Winning time was a 42.74. It was over a half a second in front of Pinky Toe from the Pinkies. There you see the moment that Indy got stuck up there. Sublime used that priority lane to their advantage. Beautifully done. Really hard hits by that fidget spinner. The marble's launching off of that wall. Here is where Thunder's going to get caught. A brief little assist from Bumble. Unintentional. Just wrong place, wrong time. There's Radiance from the Solar Flares. Wow, left to their own devices. Well, because they made it farthest down the course, among the DNFers, they get ranked the highest in 18th. After Sublime and Pinky Toe, it was Bonbon, Crush, Speedy, Balto, Rojo Uno, C, Alpine, and Misty, rounding out the top 10. As the marbles make their way to their seats, their teammates and the number 2 in the team, they'll make their way up to the starting gate and get nice and comfy, shoulder to shoulder, before the chaos begins again. Off they go. This time it is Gulime for the Limers. Slow down that ramp in the priority lane, but still able to get a good start. Anybody going to trigger those dual ball bearings? No. Top ones are past the crazy chevron. A couple got hit farther down the course. One of those was for the Hazers. Cloudy moving on down. Balkan launched back behind. Anybody going to trigger the fidget spinner? So far they are creeping beside it. They saw what it was able to do in round number 1. Not so for avoiding the bell carousel. Here it goes, and who is going to be caught back behind? Savage Speeders get a couple of whacks. That was a good solid one also for the Pinky's Pinky Panther. On the run down to the line, it will be Mocha from the Chocolatiers getting the win, but let's look farther back. Who will be among the last to cross? Stinger rapidly. And it looks like Squirt, Remus, and Pinky Panther will be our last 3 to cross the line. And could that actually be, hey, We did not have any DNFs in round 2. Oh, it was a really hard hit off of that ball bearing. I think that was Jelle that received the worst of it. That is only the second time in this entire tournament that we have not had a DNF. You have to go back to the second round of Event 2 when that happened. Now, does that mean that the course is hungry now? Gonna claim some more in round 3? Not sure. Mocha, Go-Go, Cloudy, Ocean, Snowstorm, and Scorch up front. Gulime, who had the priority lane in 7th, Minty Flav, Bolt, and Jelle. Finishing at the bottom 4, Savage Speeders Rapidly, Squirt for the Turtle Sliders, Remus for the Wolfpack, and Pinky Panther for the Pinkies. What does this do for the elimination hunt? Those bottom 4, Jungle Jumpers, Thunderbolts, Shining Swarm, and Bumblebees. Last of those, the only team still on single digits. 9 points compared to the leading Chocolatiers, 38. Now teams have had 2 full races to see how this course operates. And once again, it's a decent launch at the beginning at least for Lemon Lime, but then things start to come back. Everybody is catching up. The ball bearings are being released all over the place. Multiple marbles are trying to give wide berths to them. Did not see catapults going off that time. Wolfpack are at the back along with the Hazers. Here's some dinging. Yep, that means the Bell Carousel has been launched. Got a 2-for-1 right there with Jelle and Sirius. Still back there? No. Gliding Glaciers getting quite a few hits. Several marbles as we look down to the line. There goes the giant ball bearing, and here it comes back. Over the line it goes. We're down through 16th. It means we've got 4 remaining. A little help off the line there. Was that marble actually across the line? I think that was Siren. Didn't actually cross that line. Let's see what happened here. Now the key is the center of the marble has to be over the line. And do we have some DNFs here? There's Crazy Chevron. Oh my goodness! The Crazy Chevron sent Shimmer into the stands. That might have been the brief look that we saw a little bit ago. I wasn't quite sure why we were looking at that, but the Purple Rockets fan zone actually made a great catch of Shimmer as Shimmer went flying that way. Talk about teamwork and sportsmanship. Yeah, there you go. They are in the stands helping that marble down. And that marble turned around saying thank you so much to the Purple Rockets fans. If they hadn't had a soft catch, that could have been bad. Swifty gets the win over Radiance. 46.67 is the winning time. That's the slowest of any of the 3 rounds that we've had so far. Just under half a second the difference. And it's Minty, Drizzle, Lightning, Pinky, Rosa rounding out the top 5. And look at the teams. They've moved around slightly. Bumblebees have lifted themselves off the bottom. Green Ducks have fallen into the relegation zone. Lightning Glaciers also plummeting 9 spots. Savage Speeders jumped 8. Solar Flares jumped 7, as did Minty Maniacs. And it all comes down to this. The final round of Event 4 here in Iron Marble. Everybody takes it easy around those dual ball bearings. Speed being built up past the Crazy Chevron, but nobody is sending it yet. Those quivering ball bearings hitting on those magnets are launching marbles backwards. But many of the leaders, I'd say the top half of this course, are already well down. Here comes the fidget spinner. We've got marbles going airborne once again. Bell Carousel ready to deliver some hits. Climbers get by. Minty Maniacs also around the backside. And run down to the line. We've already got our first finisher. It's Coco from the Chocolatiers. Watching for Green Ducks, Bumblebees, Jungle Jumpers, and Shining Swarm. Bumblebees, they have a top 3. That's going to be big for them. Shining Swarm farther down the order. Glimmer came through in 9th. We wait. Foggy comes through. There's Nerid. That means we did have one DNF somewhere. Right there. Rojo Quattro for the Rojo Rollers. They are not in the relegation zone right now. And the only two teams who were safe, by the way, from elimination, I neglected to mention, were the Chocolatiers and the Limers coming into this round. Look at that log jam up top. Trying to see where Rojo Quattro might have gotten caught. Living a dangerous game right there. Perched. Wow. And launching up in the air. The Bumblebee's Hive. I think Marbles are going to be glad to get this iteration of the course out of the way. Those were the last few scragglers. Hearing that Rojo Quattro might have gotten caught near the double bearing ramp. That's pretty early on. So which Marbles did enough to save themselves from elimination? Jungle Jumpers down in 17th. That's probably not going to help. Green Ducks over in 13th. This may be close. And it is! Wolfpack, Green Ducks, Shining Swarm, and the Jungle Jumpers are eliminated. Bumblebees jump 3 to get out of elimination. They've done just enough. Those are the teams who will race no further in Iron Marble. 17th through 20th is locked in. Thanks for watching. Let's see what deviousness awaits us in Event 5.